What could be more important than helping people grow closer? Pretty simple message today. Happy Monday, guys. Hope everybody's doing really well. I had a really interesting experience on Friday, and I just like kind of really relaxed this weekend. I kind of had the feeling of finally letting go of any kind of resentment for anybody or myself. And so it was a very uh acute spiritual experience, I guess you could say, where you kind of see the bigger picture, where as long as you're creating a positive mindset, especially with the people around you and yourself, that you fall out of karmic cycles. You're no longer attracting any kind of negative energy, and the ones that you do interact with, you're just kind of at peace with. It doesn't trigger you anymore, if that makes sense. um, this is something that I have been trying to get across, and I guess I really never said it specifically in any of the videos that I've made, is that there really isn't anything such thing as good and evil, the way that people perceive it. Now, you can call evil negative, moving away from the light, or good, moving towards the light, but everything's either growing or retracting, right? Either we're moving forward, but our suffering, you're only suffering as if you see something as bad, right? And so it causes a negative thing, when the reality is everything is just growing. I mean, to say one thing is bad is the same thing as like something else is bad would be the same thing as like a tree saying that a blade of grass is bad because it's not as aware as the tree, if that makes any sense, right? So your awareness is just expanding and you're growing. Either that, or so if you're at peace with wherever you're at, then you're always in the garden. That's the story. That's the original story, right? Is the serpent lies. I mean, that's the funny part about it, is the knowledge of the tree of good and evil, but you actually just um and then in the next verse it says that the serpent lied. It's like, okay, well, is it true or is it not true? So you fall out of the garden when you're believing the lie, and you're think that this thing over here is bad, and all it is another awareness that is growing, that's moving out of darkness into light. And as soon as it comes to light, then it's that awareness, whether it be a person, whatever, sees that everything is whole around them, and it's just everything is just growing. And then the lion lays down with the lamb, right? The lion doesn't want to eat the lamb anymore because it sees that the lamb is the same as it. And then the lamb's not afraid of the lion anymore because the lion can't hurt it, right? Because and that's actually the story at the end in Revelation. That's, you see that the whole opposite end of the spectrum, from the lie, beginning of the at the beginning, to believing in the tree of good and evil, to the end, where the two witnesses, anybody that attacks one of the witnesses immediately is hurt in the same way, or killed if they're trying to kill the witness, because the witness understands that everything is a part of you, and there's nothing to be afraid of. You've come to higher state of awareness. Nobody's attacking each other, they're just attacking themselves, right? And that's kind of where I was trying to get to with all of my state of reality videos, is everything is just one big awareness, right? That's it. And so when you're at peace and you're in a meditative state, and you're finally, then you can actually hear things around you, because everything is just part of a large, just a giant intelligence, one consciousness that we're all participating, and our limited awareness is just only picking up just a small little piece. Somebody says, put something on Facebook, and it's like, is God aware of me? And I ask that question. It's like, well, are you aware of your liver cell? It's kind of the same thing, right? Or a heart cell or a skin cell. You're aware of it, It might not be aware of you, but it's still you. It's really no different. Anyway, let you guys think about that one for a little while, and just try not to be in any kind of resentment for the people around you, because um, for one thing, they're going on their own path, right? They're doing their own thing. They might not want to be a part of what you got going on, or they might want to and maybe not be able to vocalize it. And that's why, vulnerability is so important, because you're communicating in the body and then you're growing together. But if you're not communicating, then um, you're not growing together, right? And then people are at different stages and growing together at certain times, but that's a different topic. But holding resentment for somebody just because they're in a lower state of awareness doesn't make any sense, because all of us we're in total darkness at birth. We're all learning. So I hope that helps anybody that, especially that took a look at time in the same way. You're moving through your life, and you're going to be at different points at different times. And to judge one point different than another point can be pointless, right? Because everything is growing. Even if we go through this giant evolutionary process, and we become these fifth dimensional beings, we can pop in and out of three-dimensional reality. That doesn't mean we're going to stop growing. Growth never stops, until you get back to oneness with everything. And then you're just going to want to start over somewhere else, right? So think about that one for a while. Anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, and I'll catch you later.